Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So in the last video we have seen how to set up the platform tiles for the entire level, right? So in this video we shall see how to set up the enemies and killing them or dying because of touching them. All the functionalities we'll try to set it up, and later on we can work on coin system like reward system, and once you reach the end of the level what's the reward. So all those things we are going to work on it, and also we'll have to set up the background. We'll set up background much later because it's very time consuming task. So as of now let's complete the game and all of its mechanism, then we can work on the UI part. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all I would like to add a enemy here in this part, right? So for that I would like to add a sprite. So sprite is a object which imports images, so mostly used for characters or any individual um, image with it to have its own properties, right? So this is the first enemy I would like to set up. Okay, let's check the animation first. Okay, so it's very slow. Let's set the speed to 20 and let's loop it. Okay, I guess this is sufficient. I'll name it as enemy green slime. Okay, and I'll set it here. So if you notice the size of it is very huge. Let's reduce its size. I'll set the height to 80. Okay, I think this is sufficient, or is it too small? Maybe let's set it to 100. Okay, fine. So always it is better to preview what you have done. Don't be so confident that everything works well. Sometimes we might forget few things to set up even though we have a lot of experience. Okay, I guess this would be sufficient. Okay, this height would be sufficient. So let's make it move to left to right and right to left. So for that I would like to add a behavior called shine. Okay, so we have an option to preview, so we'll get the default options, preview that, and you can see it is moving left and right. So if you increase the magnitude, let's set it to 200. Okay, so let's increase furthermore. Okay, let's set it to 450. Okay, I think this is fine. Let's reduce the speed. The speed of it's too fast. If I increase the periods size, the speed of the image and the speed of the enemy is reduced, right? I think this would be sufficient. Let's preview that. Let's reduce the size of the slime a little bit. I think it's 90 would be sufficient, and increase the speed. Reduce the speed by setting the period to 15. Let's see now. Okay, I think this is fine, this speed is fine. Now we'll have to make events to kill the slime, or when you touch the slime you die. So let's try to make it such those events. So before doing that, I will like to create a group. I'll name it as hero. I'll move all the events related to hero under this one. So it is better to set up groups in the future. If you create multiple levels, it's very difficult for you to identify the events particular to one character. So if you set up the groups, it's easy to have the collection of events for that particular group or particular character in a single group. Okay, I'll also add a description. All events related to hero. Okay, okay, so I have added one more event here. So I noticed when I jump and landed on the floor on the platform, it is not moving back to idle state. So earlier it used to be like whenever you release the key, move the animation to idle state. I will show it to you. Second. Okay, so earlier this is the thing. Okay, this is how it used to be. So what happening is, so when I jump, so you see that it is stuck in the jump animation. It's not coming back to idle state. So in order to avoid that, so I have removed that event condition and added two conditions. One is if hero is on the floor and hero is not moving. Okay, so which means if hero is on the platform and not moving, is nothing but idle state. So this will set the animation to idle. Okay, it is coming back. You see that? Right, it's functioning well, right? Great. Right, so I'll do now let's build the events for killing the slime. So for that I will say if hero is falling, okay, hero is falling. So falling, so when you jump, the hero gets to fall onto the slime, right? So we don't want to kill the slime when the hero is on beside of the slime. When he is beside of the slime, he dies, but when he jumps upon it, the slime dies, correct? Okay, so hero is falling, and also let's add one more condition. And hero is colliding on collision with another object, which is green slime. Okay, so what should happen now? Enemy slime should be destroyed, and we have to make the hero jump a little higher, right? So we have an option for that. We have to set vector y. So it's up to you how much height you want to set. So I want to set it as 400. Minus 400 is up, jumping, moving to up. If you add more, I mean if you do plus, it's like moving down. Okay, so the layout starts here. Okay, this is xy coordinates. So in the xy graph, this is the fourth quadrant. Okay, so the layout, the top of the layout is y0 and left of the layout is x0. Okay, so if I set y as minus 400, which means going up, jumping. If you set y as plus 400 which is going down. Okay, I guess you understood. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me, right? All right, so let's try this one. Okay, looks good. Okay, so we'll have to add player being destroyed. For that, I will add the event as, I'll create a sub blank event. I'll move this to this one and these two to this one. Okay, so I'll add a sub condition here. So either it is falling. So when hero comes in contact with green slime, either it is through falling or standing beside it, right? So if it is through falling, we have already a condition here, events here to destroy the enemy. If else, okay, so we can add a else, hero is to be destroyed. Okay, so if hero is destroyed, it will automatically restart the layout. We have already created event for that. Okay, working fine. Great, wonderful. Okay, so this is done. We'll import few more enemies. So I would like to do each and every step in detail. So if you feel like you wanted to fast forward, that's up to you. But these videos I would like to make not only for educational purposes, but so when I set the events, the source codes on the markets, people will be able to understand each and everything, and they can set it, they can make modifications as per their requirement, right? And so it's up to you how you want to take this video. So but I would like to do it in very detailed way. So I would like to explain on the same time and also build everything from scratch. Alright, so we already have set up a enemy here. Let's set up one more enemy. So you can just copy and paste it. Okay, I'll set the enemy here. So what happens is, so when the hero is here, the enemy moves towards him. Okay, you can either kill it or you can escape from it. Okay, so for that we'll need to add a behavior called platform. So it's the same behavior we added to our hero. So for this we don't need shine behavior, so I'll remove that. And also we don't need default controls. So default controls are right, left and top arrows. So when you try to operate or control the player, even this one will move, so we don't need that to happen. So I removed the default controls. Okay, also these are sprites, right? So we can reduce the amount of stress happening on the RAM by disabling the collision points whenever they are not on the screen. So like we did for moving platform, we can also do it for enemies. So we can simply copy paste this one second, and right click and replace object to enemy slime, right? You can also do the same for this one. Right, so this works fine, but instead of that I would like to create a family. So I'll create a family, I'll add moving platform and enemy slime to it. I'll name the family as collision. What do I say? Collisions enable. Okay, or I'll say collision stick. Okay, so I'll delete these two, and instead of moving platform, I'll replace this object with collision stick. Same thing with this one. Okay, so it simply functions for both of the sprites. So you don't need to create multiple events for each and every sprite, right? So simply add events for this family, so it will be applicable for all the sprites within the family. If you want to add more sprites to it, simply click on right click and edit family, and you can simply add or remove the objects. Okay, all right. Oh, something is not right. Remove the controls. When this one, yeah, forgot to remove controls for this one. Fine. Okay, let's see. What's happening? Why is the object disappearing? Okay, this one I will disable it. For this one we would need it. Okay, this one is enabled. Okay, right. Okay, so the first one is fixed. Let's look at the next one. I guess it is being moved to the edge of the screen and it is being destroyed. So let's do one thing. I will add a event to move it to left whenever user comes into the screen or this slime comes into the screen. So for that we have two slimes, so we need to identify which slime we have to make the event for. Okay, so for that we can do enemy slime if it is on screen, and you can add a UID. So each object in the engine have its own unique ID, so you can identify that with UID. So I'll add one more condition. So the enemy which has unique ID of 7 should move towards left when it is visible on the screen. So we have an option to stimulate control which is left. Okay, it is better I place it in the middle. What's happening? Okay, I think I understood. Let's remove the collision points for this one. I guess if we do not have the collision points, it do not know that it is on a solid, and probably it is dropping down. Okay, we have disabled the collision points. Okay, right, now it's working fine. Okay, now I understood. Okay, then let's set the collisions for, let's remove the enemy from the collision point. It has a platform behavior and it requires the collision points. One second, what am I doing? Yeah, this one. Okay, I have removed it, so it is not applicable to the green slime anymore. Okay, I also observed the speed of it is too high. Let's reduce the speed and set it to 200. Okay, also I would like to reduce the further stress on RAM by making the animations work only if the objects are on the screen. Okay, so I'll add one more family. I'll call it as sprites. With animations. Okay, so I'm not adding hero because hero will anyways be on the screen all the time, so we just need to add all the assets or sprites which has animations. Okay, so I'll copy paste this one and simply replace them with sprites with animations, and let's change the event. Okay, if it is on screen, if it is not on screen, animation should stop, and if it is on screen, animation you should start the animation. One second, start the animation from beginning. I don't think the animation is playing, maybe because of lag I'm not able to understand it. I don't think animation is being played. Okay, I'll do one thing, I will switch off my Wi-Fi. Probably any background applications are being played. Let me plug in my battery. Okay, recording is still continuing. Great. So I forgot to check whether the first slime is playing animation or not. No, I don't think so. That's not playing the animation. Oops. So if sprites are on screen start playing animation from beginning, if sprite, oh okay, I understood. Okay, we'll disable this for later use. Let's focus on completing the game first, setting up the enemies and everything, then we can work on the optimization at the last, because this thing is very time consuming. Okay, this one is fine, great. Okay, this one is also good. Okay, so here I would like to place one more enemy. Okay, so after that here I would like to place another enemy. Okay, let's set all the enemies first. Oops, let me switch on the Wi-Fi. Okay, that's okay. Alright, so here I would like to place one enemy, also here one enemy. So here I will place one jumping plant so that it will give you boost to move to the roof, which gives more jump strength, and we'll have few more enemies at this part, and finally end of game. Okay, so this one is bit tough, tough in the sense is more challenging than the rest of the enemies. So first of all I would like to set up simpler enemies first. Okay, for that I will create a sprite. Okay, we have a poisonous plant. We can add enemy as a poisonous plant. Let's set the speed at 20 and loop it. Let's see. Okay, this is good, and let's reduce the size to 250. Let's see if it is too big or too small. We can adjust the size at any time. Okay, so this one is more challenging. But this one doesn't die. You just need to jump on from it. So we'll have to set up few enemies which cannot be killed, so that user can face all kinds of challenges. Oh what, probably because of lag. This one is okay. Probably I'll need to stop the video here because I see a lot of lag. Anyways, I'll set up the project on itch.io, you can test the game over there. You will not find any lag, but because of video recording and trying out the game at the same time, probably that is why I see a lot of lag. So anyways, I reached till here, so I just need to jump over it. Okay, I cannot kill it. Maybe I can reduce its size furthermore. Instead of 250, let's set it to 200. Okay, cool. Okay, we'll have to set up one jump here. Before that, let's create events for if we touch the poisonous plant. So let's rename it to enemy poisonous plant. So if hero collides with poisonous plant, hero should be destroyed. Okay, so let's place one more sprite here. Okay, so we have a sprite called plant jump. We have two options here. I'll select the first one. I don't see much difference for both of them. Okay, same thing, let's set the animation to 20. We don't need to loop it because we just need one time jump. When our user touches it, we need a jump. Right, let's see, preview the animation. Okay, I think this is fine. Let's reduce the size of it to 200. I'll name it as plant jump. Okay, so let's create the events. So hero on collides with plant jump, okay, set the jump strength to, let's set it to 300. I think by default it's 700. Yeah, by default it's 700. Let's set it to 1300 and make him jump. Stimulate control jump, so it will make him automatically jump. And once you set the jump strength to 1300, it will replace the default jump strength. So again you will have to change the jump strength to 700 after a jump, but let's add a delay of 0.5 seconds, because if there is no delay it might take the jump strength to 700 because it's almost immediate, right? And also we will need to set the plant jump animation, play from beginning, so whenever user collides with the plant. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so here is the plant. You see that? So if you come in contact with this one, the plant is, you'll see the animation, plant pushing him forward. Okay, this is happening only once, so for the first time it's working fine. And we should also make him stand upon it, so not like he's passing through. Okay, so let's set it to solid. And let's see how it works. Okay, good. Right, this is working fine. Let's see what if I stand on the floor, it's back to normal, right? Okay, so in between we'll place more poisonous plants, and here our hero will receive the reward for completing the level. Okay, let's see how much. Okay, it's almost 40 minutes, so I will stop the video here. I will continue in the next video. So in the next video we shall be placing all different I would like to place introduce one more enemy, so I'll introduce that, and also we shall set up the top platform as well. Okay, so some decorate items on the top of the screen, so that we can place enemies on the top as well. Okay, alright then, so we'll see you in the next video. Thank you, bye bye.